Welcome back to the Redline Controls video tutorial series. The majority of Redline devices use Crimson 3.2 software to configure. Today, we will discuss some basic Crimson operations to help get you started. When you first open the software, you'll notice the layout is divided into 3 different windows. These are called the Navigation, Editing, and Resource panes, respectively. The Navigation pane is used to move around the software. Toward the bottom are the major tabs, and the upper portion shows the options within each tab. The Navigation pane is also the place where users will create objects. For example, if I select the Data Tag tab, you can see an option in the upper left corner to create new tags. Same for if you select Display Pages, Programs, or Data Logger. The Editing pane in the center is where most of the configuration will take place. As you select different options in the Navigation pane, the Editing pane will follow. The Resource pane on the right-hand side is where you can utilize various resources you may need for configuration. Items such as data tags, programs, HMI objects, and functions can all be found there. One of the biggest advantages of the Resource pane is the drag and drop functionality. This feature makes adding resources quick and simple. For example, if I was to add a function to a tag, I simply find the function I want in the Resource pane, click and hold, then drag the function into the source box for that specific tag. Moving to the top of the software, we have what we call the toolbar. The bar contains many hotkeys for common actions in the software. For example, you can save the database, toggle the emulator on and off, and download the database to the device. There are also a few places in Crimson with some hidden data. I added a Modbus device as a protocol here under the Communications tab. If you add a device as a protocol, you can rename it here in the Navigation pane, but the device has a system name that will be used in various functions. To find a device's system name, select the device and look in the upper right corner of the Editing pane. Another bit of useful information can be found on the display pages. Select any object on the display pages and you'll see some useful information appear in the lower left corner of the screen. Here you can find object information such as size, position, and object type. The last place to keep in mind that's not so obvious is in the lower right corner. I'm going to change my hardware in this database, and you'll notice that the normally grayed out word of hardware is now highlighted red. Anytime you see one of these words highlighted red, it means it requires attention. Since I changed my hardware, I'll need to commit that change for it to apply to my database. Other items you may see here are circular references, configuration errors, or untranslated programs. The last topic I'll mention is how to download and upload a database configuration to hardware. Navigate to the top of the software and select Link. With that selected, make your way down to the Options button. You'll be presented with a new window. This window lets you choose how you would like to connect your hardware. For a USB connection, you can use one of the COM ports. Use your PC's device manager to find out which port you need. For an Ethernet connection, you can select TCP/IP and type in the IP address of your port. There is also an option to find your device if you're on the same subnet. If you check the Send to Emulator box, the configuration will be downloaded to the emulator rather than hardware. Once you've selected how you'd like to download, you can close that window, select Link again, then choose if you'd like to update, send, or extract a configuration. Update and send do a similar task in the sense that they write your configuration to a connected device. The main difference is when you send a database, it wipes the old database completely and rewrites it while the update function only sends changes. It's best to use update if you are utilizing retentive values to not erase existing set points. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more step-by-step instructional videos with Crimson 3.2 software.